So the weekend went by, and then the next day she called me. She said, I'm going to take you as a client. Here's why. You've been in business over 10 years. You do over $1 million a year in sales, which at the time I thought was huge. And she goes, and I like what you stand for.
Mm-hmm.
And so she came in, and she thought it was the funniest thing ever, because you have QuickBooks and all this stuff to do it, but I didn't trust it.
Yeah.
I'm old school, write it down.
Yeah.
And I said,
yeah.
here's everybody I owe, here's everything I own. I can liquidate everything, pay these guys off easy, and still have some money and go get a job somewhere. And we turned it around.
So why is it like, all right, so I see this a lot, like people who do right, they got integrity, they do right by people. Why is it they the ones that grow so much slower than the people that consistently do wrong, sneak around, and do stuff that's not right?
So,
why is that?
You know, people that want to do everything right, they recognize that too. And
Okay.
and you're like, man, this guy's rich, and he's a con artist, and he's a piece of trash, right? Financially, he's gained more. But then there's people like me that are like, okay, would it be nice to have all that? Yeah, but I wouldn't feel good about myself.
Mm-hmm.
So the long road is to build it up yourself. But also some of those guys that are in there hot, it's a matter of time before they get busted, right? Or it's a matter of time before it falls apart because they didn't have the work ethic behind it.
Mm-hmm.
It all catches up with you in the end. Sometimes it may take a year, sometimes it may take 10 years.
Yeah.
But eventually it's going to catch up with them. And so, man, I don't know. I think, you know.
But do you feel where I'm coming from though? Like,
Huh?
do you feel where I'm coming from? Do you
Yeah,
experience-
absolutely.
Okay,
I see it all the time. I know a lot of people that I'm like, man, how's that guy that? You know,
Yeah.
and you feel like it's all that saying, nice guys finish last.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
At least we finished and we feel good about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like running the race. Yeah, you're going to cross it first.
Mm-hmm.
But if it was a race that you didn't know you could make and you crossed it, you felt real good about it.
Right.
So it's okay. You know, man, sometimes I think it's really about, for me, it's the moral standpoint. It's always been that.
Yeah.
It's always been about how you feel as a person.
And I'm pretty sure you can relate to this too, because sometimes I feel like, and I'm not trying to make it about me, but I gotta throw that in. I usually, it's like I made this segment 95% about y'all, and that other I'm gonna get a little piece of that 5% just from learning, learning.
Absolutely.
And sometimes I feel like I can do a lot of things right. I can do right by people, and I still end up in last place. So I was trying to get a word of advice from you, like, why is that? But
So
I
what
see
you
where
learn from that, especially the guys that bit you, you know what I mean, or that happened.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you just don't go back there.
Right.
It helps you become a more defined person because you made a mistake. You're like, so next time you know to kind of veer away from that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, everybody's in charge of their own destiny. You know what I mean? So it's if you feel good about who you are, you got to be first place. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Sometimes it's about having a happy balance.
That makes sense. That do make sense.
And I see that, and I see certain things that I'm like, man, how is this even going on? But
Right.
I'm happy.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
That's what makes a difference. Is
'Cause
you
the-
got to be happy.
The rich man not always the happiest.
Sometimes they're the most miserable.
Yeah, and you might find somebody that's making $20,000 a year, the happiest man in the world.
Right.
So I see what you're saying. I get it. And so what do you see your company in this last two questions? I promise. What do you see your company, Nitrous Outlet, in the next 10 years?
Man, so it's became more about Nitro Dave's than Nitrous Outlet. So
Okay.
we're in this transition. And so Nitro Dave's is our corporation.
Okay.
And so whenever you see these big companies that own different entities in the performance industry,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to accomplish that, but on a different level.
Okay.
I'm trying to accomplish that with people that care and want to build a good product. It's not just about the bottom line. They want to be able to take care of the customer, and they want to build a great product, quality product, but not be owned by a bunch of bean counters.
Mm-hmm.
So what's happening right now is all these companies that were ground floor companies that were built by people like me have been bought out. And then it becomes all about the dollar.
Yeah.
And you start seeing the quality drop. The employees that work there, they're just trying to get stuff done.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you can't get product, you can't get help. The industry is going to suffer. If we keep allowing all these big industries to buy us up,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all owned by one company, those guys, there becomes a point they go, this isn't making as much profit as we want anymore.
Yeah.
We're out.
Yeah.
So us performance guys that are out there to hot rod, guess what? Everything that we needed to build our cars and all that stuff is done. It's done. So I'm looking to build a company full of enthusiasts, people that want to be here because they love what we do. And I want to build that generation. Don't get me wrong, I've had people come and try to buy me.
Yeah.
And it's happened many a times. And earlier on, I would let it cloud my thinking. And now where they come to me, I make them sign an NADA. Here's what we have.
Non-disclosure agreement.
Yep, I don't want the distraction. Put money on my table. If you're interested, walk in my door. Don't call me. Do I want to sell it? No. But if it would build a better future for my guys here, because they have more financial backing, yes, but I'm not selling it to a big whatever that word is.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I want to make a difference in the industry. You know what that means? I'm never going to have all that money that those guys have.
Right.
Because, and I get that, and I'm okay with that.
Right.
I'm comfortable.
Right.
And so, in the end of it, there may be a day where EPA and everybody steps in, and we ain't racing anymore. We'll be foot racing, right? We're going to race something.
Yeah.
So it's,
I still got to get you up.
I know, you need to call it out.
Yeah,
So,
I'm ready.
it's about giving back too. You can't just
Right.
take and take and take and take. And people start to suffer because of it, and the industry starts to suffer. So I want to build a corporation of companies that build a quality product and take care of the customer. And
Right.
we're here to have fun. You know, and so that's Flow Supply, Meth Heads, AC2 Performance, and Nitrous Salad. Nitrous Salad is funding building the other companies.
Right, okay, that makes sense.
So
I see what
earlier when I told you we keep rolling it.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
what
sir.
we're rolling. My goal is that whenever my day comes and I'm gone from here, this company can continue to run without me, and everybody that has invested their time and their future with me is beneficial from it.
All right. So last question. This is the one that nobody can answer. Who is Dave Vasser?
Dave Vasser,
Who is he?
man. Sometimes I wonder who that guy is myself. You know,
Yeah.
so,
It's a hard question. I ask everybody this is at the
No,
end
it's
of
a
the
good
segment.
question.
So,
You know, so it's kind of like if I had to define myself, it would all come down to if I summed up my life, right? I became the man I am today from making mistakes yesterday. All right, so all those earlier youngster me, where I did things I shouldn't have done, and I was wild and did all that stuff, I don't regret any of that.
Right.
And the reason why is because I would not be who I am today with the morals I have if I hadn't made those mistakes. And so Dave Vasser is somebody that has continuously learned throughout the process of life to continue become a better person. Every day is a new day. Sometimes you make some mistakes, you say something you shouldn't have, and the next day, that's your day to make it better.
That was a good answer. That's probably the best one I had. Well, man,
That was a tough question.
Yeah,
What makes you think?
Yeah, I make I try to make tough questions. I don't know if I'm good at it, but I try to make some tough questions because I want you to think about the answer. I don't want you to just answer. I want you to think about it.
Right.
I want you to elaborate on it. And I ask everybody that, and they like, ooh, I don't know. I think Ricky, you gotta go watch the Ricky one. Ricky Stanbro said something funny. He said something funny, but yeah, I know it's a hard question. I want people to actually think on it like you just said.
You do think. Sometimes, man, I think if a lot of people ask themselves who they were, might solve a lot of problems.
Yeah, because sometimes I don't know myself.
Right.
So it's like, man, let me get other people's opinion. Like I said, this is to help me, like, as well. You know, like I said, you taught me a lot of stuff today, and I'm gonna go back and watch this, and I'm gonna upload it. But it's gonna, the knowledge that you gave me, everything you told me, I'm gonna carry it on to my personal life, my daily life, and to other people. You know, so like
That's
I said,
awesome.
Yeah, so we're done. We appreciate your time, Mr. David. I know you're probably tired of me, but we appreciate you for being on the Deeper Than Racing segment, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.